Hey guys, I'm the Dutch Raider and welcome to another video. So the last couple of days I tried to get back into Battlefield 4. With the new year, this new channel, I thought it is a great way to go back to games that I used to play years ago. With all the Warzone channels getting back to Warzone, since the DMRs fixed again, I thought, why can't I integrate those things? And what was the biggest problem with Warzone the last 2 weeks? Well, the DMR 14 of course. In my honest opinion, the weapon balances in Battlefield 4 are just better than it is in Call of Duty. So since there's an entire section of DMRs, or designated marksman rifles if you were wondering, in BF4, why not try to see if those work just as well as the DMR 14? And here I was, the little YouTuber, deciding to pick up a DMR and see where we could end up. Well, to start off with my first few matches of Battlefield 4, they were... yeah, something. This game has some tiny differences to the games I usually play, like Battlefield 5, Insurgency Sandstorm or Call of Duty. Let's just say that the hit detection isn't really sublime. I mean, most of the times it is just my bad aiming, I'll admit it, but I am very certain that I can't suck that much. And when I watch the clips back, it does confirm that I am not that terrible. It's just that the bullet velocity is a lot slower than what I'm used to, and on top of that, a lot of shots just aren't connecting when they really should. On the background we've got some pretty decent Conquest gameplay from last night, which showcases this problem exactly. Now to come up with a solution, which in all honesty it isn't really a solution, but hear me out. The hit detection is a bit slow in this game, so it is always behind what you're seeing on your screen. So to fix those shots, just pretend that you have a very low bullet velocity and that you need to lead your target and predict where your target is going to be in half a second. Then keep your aim carefully and presto, you've got a kill. Or just your first hit marker in my case. Then next up, it is very tempting to just spam the mouse button as fast as possible to get a kill. I try it very often. But the next shots will always be off. Because of the recoil, your aim is thrown off. You gotta take that millisecond it takes for your weapon to buckle in your hand and steady again before reacquiring the target and shoot again. Now for my weapon of choice, I've decided on using the MK110 Mod 0. And not only just because I haven't unlocked all the DMRs, and I think this is one of the best all-round DMRs when it comes to BF4. Besides that, it even looks a little bit like the modern version of the DMR 14. A little disclaimer though, I honestly have no idea if this is a good setup for a DMR, and I also don't know if DMRs are even a thing still in Battlefield. The weapons I seem to run up against the most during these games seem to be assault rifles or sniper rifles. And here we once again run up on my shortcomings. You see, I am a very impatient player. I am not made to hang back and shoot whenever someone pokes their head up. I'm more of a Leroy Jenkins sort of player. Shout out loud and run in. Most of the times this will result in me getting a kill. And then dying ungracefully to the remaining squad that stood next to my glorious kill. This is also why Rush is my favorite game type in BF4. And then of course especially when I'm on the attacking team. The constantly changing battlefield around you as you destroy the next two MCOMs, the excitement you get of finally arming the charges, and the immense regret you get of running into an MCOM room that is filled with machine gun campers and claymores. You think that after a couple of times I would finally learn to be a bit more patient and check the doorway for claymores. But if that person was you, then you are greatly overestimating my ability to learn. I'm as thick-headed as a T-Rex trying to clap his hands together. I'm as stubborn as a goat with a tuft of tasty grass. To sum it all up, I will not learn what is good for my survivability in this game. Or so I thought. Forcing myself to play with the MK110 did make me a little bit more patient. Not a lot though, because if my teammates are too lazy to advance or stand back in the or stand all the way in the back camping, I can't help but to take out the good G18 or Desert Eagle and run forwards towards glory and certain death. The fun part about DMRs in Battlefield 4 is that they are accessible to all classes. So whether you want to revive your buddies, blow your enemies away with the RPG, or be that player that never runs out of ammo thanks to the enormous ammo box you just happen to carry around on your back, it is all possible. Now the downside to the dedicated servers nowadays is that DMRs and snipers are most of the time limited to around 4 per team. Which means that you have to be one of the first 4 players to get a kill with a sniper or DMR if you want to play with it that round. Now, back to Battlefield 4. This game just does a lot of things right. The way you unlock all the weapons and attachments makes it very satisfying to do the challenges for them. Although certain attachments are still locked up in battle packs and behind the paywall. Which is something I didn't like when BF4 was in its prime, and I still don't today. It comes down to gambling for your green laser sight to finally deck out your dream M416 that you saw in that John Wick movie. Or so I've heard. I am neither confirming nor denying that it is something I will do. I mean, money doesn't grow on trees, does it? And even if it did, the plants that I take care of just seem to die whenever I look in their general direction. But the amount of awesome swag that is available for your weapons is just amazing in this game. Every weapon can be made, at least slightly, viable to play with. So now let me get to answering the question for what you are all gathered here today. Simply to say, no. The DMR from Battlefield 4 is just way too different to the Warzone 1 to be viable in the same situations. In the mid-range, this DMR is very viable, even up to longer ranges. But there simply is no easy way to beat the top tier assault rifles. And with the fire selection you've got on Battlefield, you could even make most assault rifles into accurate DMR-like weapons. But that doesn't mean you can't use one properly. It's just that you can't play as aggressively with a DMR as you do with an assault rifle or SMG. Now mind you that I've only tried this on Rush and Conquest maps, where on Conquest the speed of it is slightly lower, so the possibility to engage in those mid-range firefights increase. Rush of course has very simple objectives, which makes the majority of the players centered around them. And the firefights are pretty close range. I still had a lot of fun making this video, getting back to Battlefield 4 and trying to be the DMR sweatlord that I used to be. Now I'm wondering what you guys think about the DMR and if you think this weapon still has a place in the game. Let me know in the comments down below and let's start this conversation. And also, should DMRs be a thing in Battlefield 6 too? What are you expecting from that game? Will it be in a modern setting or are we gonna go back to World War II? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel to support this type of content and let me know what you want to see next. As always, I will see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of this content and cheers!
Objective Charlie has been lost.
I got eyes on an enemy sniper.
We have now taken Objective Delta.
Spotted a hostile machine gun. We got a man down over here. Enemy soldier spotted. They got me pinned! Man down! Man down! Spotted enemy soldier.
Objective Delta now neutralized.
Taking a lot of heat! Got a sniper here! Get down already!
We no longer control Objective Echo. Objective Charlie is under our control.
Go get that ammo! Spotted the sniper!
We no longer hold Objective Charlie. We have lost control of Objective Charlie.
Spotted a sniper! Enemy AT soldier spotted!
We now control Objective Echo. lost objective Alpha.
Heavy infantry operating in our area.
Spotted an enemy sniper.
Soldiers, attack this. We have taken objective Delta. We lost objective Alpha.
Spotted a sniper.
Objective Echo has just been neutralized. I can confirm we now control objective Echo.
Spotted a sniper.
Objective Alpha has been neutralized.